Here we go, Ellis 99. Right on the border of 1800 here. And go for a Nimzo Indian if he lets me. No. I've been seeing more of this lately. The Trompovsky. I think he can play. Can you play G5 there? He takes, I take. Maybe not. Yeah, it's kind of an annoying pin here on the e-pawn, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Now the knight can immediately take here because this pawn is pinned. So let's defend the rook. And yeah, let's bring my knight out. And I don't have to castle kingside. Could castle queenside. Think about it. I can bring the knight to either here or here. I guess I'll go here. Don't want to think too long about simple moves that are probably not mattering a whole lot. And he goes there with the knight. Okay. Let's defend this pawn. Yeah, I think I'll lift up my queen and go kingside. Go with the kingside castling. Queenside castling, I meant to say. I can bring my knight back to here and chase his rook away at some point. Well, let's get castled first. Chase his knight away. What am I saying? Queen is on a dark square, so the bishop can't touch it. He can attack it with knights, yeah. I'm just going to play here, block the check. It does make it a little bit awkward to castle, right? This pawn needs to be defended somehow. Maybe I'll stay in the middle for a while. Okay, let's take care of that knight. Yeah, so as soon as I castle, this pawn is hanging. If I castle queenside. So this is an annoying queen here. I can just play a6, I guess. Okay, so now take with the bishop or the queen. Maybe the queen. Defend here. So now I have the option of playing b6 and then castling. And push these pawns in the center, which opens things up for my bishop. So if I take here with the bishop, he can, oh, it's defended. Never mind. If I go here, it prevents him from coming into here with his knight. And allows me to castle. I was a little more worried about him putting a bishop there. Because then the queen and bishop would be looking there pretty dangerous. You know, he could put his bishop here, prevent me from castling. But that blocks his queen. Okay, I'll castle. I can play f5 at any time to chase his knight back. But that just... Oh, it doesn't open up this square, does it? I was going to say that just opens up a square for his bishop, but of course the bishop can't go there. Where does the knight go? The knight can go here or here after I kick it. The other squares are covered. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get that move in anyway, so I'm not so scared of that bishop move. King is now helping to defend a7. The knight is not coming in anywhere near. Okay, he wants to trade. Trading is fine. If I push the pawn forward to fork the queen and the bishop, he can play bishop takes bishop because it hits my queen. I take his queen, takes my queen, I take the bishop. And that's all about even. Let's go ahead and kick the knight back. If he takes and then retreats the knight, then my queen maybe can come in with check. Might do something good there. His queen is looking at this pawn. I need to remember that. Okay, and that blocks the check anyway. So his knight is going to come out here next, I guess. Okay, let's step out of the way. I want to develop my dark squared bishop. Maybe push this pawn. It does open up this line against my queen. Let's see what he comes up with here. I am hitting this pawn here, but this is loose. So, now that the bishop is gone, I should step my king up here, defend the pawns, keep his queen out of this square. Maybe I'll bring the rook over here to the center. Once again, the queen is tied down to defending a pawn, so can't really take here right away. Although it would be a nice pawn to get rid of because the queen can come back with check. Okay, so he brought his knight forward to hit my queen. Yeah, so from there, he's looking at this pawn, but that's defended. He's looking here and here. Those are forks. There's a fork here. So let's, well, I could push this pawn up one step, but let's Bring a rook here. And if he plays his knight into C or F7, what do I do? Yeah, maybe I have to take it. It was getting awkward there. Hard to find a move. Okay, so we got his rook to a good square. I don't have a way to chase it. Let's do this then. And this is okay. Now I can bring another rook out. So if I lift my rook up, he can put his rook here. But then I can take a pawn. Looks like he has worked this out, huh? Okay. Yeah, the queen is there, so I can go here. Yeah, I don't think he's got anything here, although it's with being low on time, it's tricky to play. So we will simplify, simplify, simplify. He can go here, but he can't come forward after that. I can run him out of moves and then take this pawn. Or I can take it now. So yeah, going into the endgame because you're low on time makes sense, but sometimes it's a bad endgame. Yeah, maybe I can't win this. He has to... He's going to come over and win this pawn, but I will get something over here on this side. So it's a mixed bag here, as they say. Ah. So he tries to... There we go. Now he's got to retreat with the king. Yeah, it looks like he's letting it go on time, but yeah, there is no way to hold this. He can't go this way. He can go to this side, but then I'll come over here. Actually, maybe moving his king here maybe is good enough. What does... Yeah, we'll go ahead and ask. No, I'm winning here, huh? Okay, yeah, there's no way to hold it. So after he goes here, what's my strategy to win? I come here. I was always a little bit worried about that. Say he stays on this side. Oh, Then I chase his king away. Yeah. If I get it active and start pushing pawns here, he can sneak his king around. But as long as my king stays here, his king can't come around. So, but I should leave my pawns alone and just chase his king back. And he'll run out of moves, and I'll get another pawn here, and then I'll have a passer over on this side, so that's the win. Okay, let's get another game here. My turn with the white pieces. How about e4? What will we get here? Petrov? Yeah. He was hesitating. I could tell he wanted to play something different. The Russian game. Okay, well that's the main line. I guess he was wondering if there was some other thing to play there. It's all normal. So this has become popular recently. The old main line was just pushing d4 immediately. So the modern way of playing it actually is take with a d pawn, but I kind of like having this extra pawn in the center. We'll see if he knows how to play this. The best response from black here is actually to push the d pawn. Keep these pawns from becoming mobile. Okay, yeah, normally I want my bishop to go here. Is this pawn going to be annoying? This pin. Is this pin going to be annoying? Bishop here, queen here. Let's put it here for now. I mean, it's where I want it. And let's get castled, and then we'll think about how to unpin. Maybe pushing the g pawn to unpin, or maybe bringing the bishop around here. See, there may be a thing where if he castles, I take here with check, he takes, I move my knight with check. No, I can win the bishop, but I give up 2 pieces to win it, so. It's not a good thing. Okay, I am going to unpin the old-fashioned way. Rourke 1887 is pretty good. So queen up here, you can move the bishop back. Let's just move the knight immediately. Queen or bishop? Yeah, I think queen takes. He can't immediately exploit these loose pieces around here. And knight here looks good. Ah, there's the d5 move, yeah. He needed to play that. Now I can put my queen on this square and push this pawn. So maybe this is not so bad, since he's traded off his light squared bishop. Well, now that the bishop is gone, the knight is better here. So let's bring the knight back. So it looks like he's going for a doubling here. I push, he takes, then this is hanging. So let's step aside. I want to push c5. He wants to mate me. The pin, the pin here was undefending the h-pawn. It was just a little test to see if I was paying attention. Okay, I want to push this pawn. I want to get a mobile pawn majority here. In the center. Okay, he wants to take with the knight. Now, I want to move my knight aside. I don't actually want to trade knights. The knight has a good square here. Okay, he can attack my queen from here. Can drop back. So I think I can play this. Maybe he was thinking of putting his knight here with a double attack on my queen and the pawn. Might have been his idea. I'm going to try to get my queen attack in before he gets his in. That's my plan. Actually, that double attack didn't quite work. I still had queen here. Queen here. After knight here, queen there would defend the pawn. Well, you don't want to defend that pawn with a queen, do you? Because he's taking with a rook or a knight. So it'd be a queen for rook and knight trade, and he would get a pawn. So he goes there anyway. So how about I attack his queen? If the queen moves, I take the rook. And so he will play knight takes queen. I'll play knight takes queen. Then he can play knight takes pawn. Okay, now I'm threatening knight here with the fork. He can also just give up the exchange. Let's play there anyway, hit the rook. Attack the knight. It's a double attack. I think he has to play rook over to defend the knight. There it goes. Now what do I do? Okay, the knight's not moving with check. So wherever it goes, I can step aside somehow. Knight here would be annoying. Queen covers that at the moment. How about pawn up? Rook over, maybe. Okay, we'll see if he's got anything here. Okay, just retreats there, and now my queen is hanging, so let's step aside. I see. This pawn is loose. Okay, pawn up. Pawn back, attacking the knight. This pawn up, maybe. See where his knight goes. This fork is covered by the queen. It's covered by the rook. goes back. Okay, so check. I mean, knight here, knight here, knight here. Don't see pawn up hitting the queen. Queen can come forward. Knight here hitting the rook. Rook just goes back there. What to do here? This knight is maybe coming into this square again. And this pawn is still annoyingly loose. Okay, just protect the pawn. So I can move my queen. So I can move my knight. Yeah, so if I just put the knight back, is he really threatening anything? Put the knight there or there. Would be kind of annoying. To attack the queen. Okay, let's trade queens. Oh, he goes there with check. Looks like he's got me here. I finally cracked. Or did I? Okay. Well, my king is a bit exposed, but the material's still even here. It is even. Yeah, so I can maybe check and pick up a pawn here, or maybe just promote this one. That's his idea. Yeah, that's pretty valid. Let's attack his pawn. See if he can win this rook and pawn endgame. Rooks belong behind passed pawns. Let's bring my king up. Just kind of waste time with my rook here. And as long as my king is here, it's safe from various checks and things. Stopping this pawn from coming forward. When he checks me here, I have to step forward with my king. so as to prevent this rook. He has this, idea of coming here with check. Yeah, so the king has to come forward. And I can, I have to take here. I wonder if this is still okay. I almost made a mistake there. I think this is still okay, unless he's got some quick trick here. Yeah, he's got that. What have I got? I've got a check. I should let him take the pawn. Because when he takes it, it's checkmate. But he will take it with the rook, I guess. So let's bring the rook over here. Yeah, so this is just a draw, because my king is in front of the pawn. Oh, maybe it's not a draw. Maybe one of those cases where his pawn is so far behind and his king is in front of it that he has a win here. Well, let's see if he knows how to do it. Yeah, your king ideally wants to blockade the pawn. All right, well, that was a good endgame technique. Here, let's go and look at that on the analysis board here. So in this position, say if I did a nothing move, his king takes, then that's checkmate. So that's nice. But the move I played didn't seem to work out. So let's see if there's an answer here. Yeah, it should be even. It should be even with rook to b8. Okay. Oh, I keep the rooks on. So does that mean the way it went in the game? Let's go forward in the game here. So the losing move was this one, the rook exchange. Yeah. And this is, I didn't recognize this. I thought this was a draw, but this is a win for black because his king is so far ahead of the pawn. My only place to blockade is here. And as you saw, he can push me forward. So that was the loss. So my drawing idea is just to keep the rooks on. Okay, well, that's it for this session. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.